this video more as something that I can look back on. I don't know if I'm ever going to post this, but I wanted to just do a little bit of talking out loud about my thoughts on why I am taking a break from corporate America and really what brought me to this place. I am enjoying some time in lovely Vancouver. First time visiting this part of Canada. It is quite beautiful and very different this time of year from Houston, Texas, where it has been in the triple digits for the past week or so. We're having a crazy heat wave there. So I wanted to escape the heat. Woke up on Sunday, saw that there were seats open on flights to Vancouver. Made my way to the airport this morning, and I do not regret that decision at all. Just been doing some hiking around the area. It's super beautiful. I'll just do like a quick pan out. I am within Lighthouse Park at Juniper Point. This is, I think, my third trip since I have been taking a bit of a pause from work. I'm about 5 or 6 weeks out from starting my next gig and really just trying to soak up this time as much as I possibly can. The main thing for me is just to have like an internal reset, just really like calm down all of my body's internal systems. I felt pretty intense waves of burnout over the past 3 years or so. And it's just little things like taking a break from one, sitting in front of a laptop all day, but just that constant stimulation of the sounds of your email, the sounds of your coworkers pinging you, the fire drills, the last minute meetings, and all of that jazz. It's just, I've been in this game for a long time. I've also been working since I was 15, which when you really like take a step back and think about when your work life started, those early experiences count as well. I think I was very much a person that worked as a teenager, not because I had to, but because I wanted my own money and independence and to be able to do some things without having to feel like I always had to ask for my parents' permission. So I was very self-motivated in that way to join the workforce. And just looking back on that, I'm like, I get what my motivation was, but it's like, stay a kid as long as you possibly can. Don't grow up. That's what I tell any young person, unless, you know, you really, really have to kind of take the time to explore your passions and what it is that you want to do. It's been a long journey of working, grinding in some sort of capacity, and I'm very much in the process of just reevaluating my relationship with work. And really, part of the reason that I needed this break was to have a bit more time and capacity to think about what exactly it is that I want to do with my time in an income generating capacity, and how much am I willing to sacrifice to pursue those things. I think what happens with a lot of us is that we get into certain career fields that have a level of prestige, or they pay you well enough to just deal with that aching pain of like, oh, this is not really what I want to be doing. Kind of what my friend group and I refer to as like this golden handcuff situation. You're making good money that's allowing you to have these creature comforts and save for retirement and things like that in a way that you are happy about, but you feel like your job is taking parts of your soul with it every day. So yeah, trying to just break down some of my mental constructs about that being the only way that we can survive and thrive in this world, and really move from that survival place of thinking to that thriving space, and getting beyond my own limiting beliefs around how I can make the money that I want and how much it's going to cost me to do that. Doing a lot of quiet time is a big thing for me, not as much in the area of like actively trying to put pen to paper to come up with some master plan if I'm going to get in a better place with, again, my relationship to work and how that will impact other areas of my life. But I do think it's important to just take that pause when you don't know where to go or what to do, and just see what is going to come to you. That's where I'm at. Spending a lot of time traveling this summer, staying out of Houston as much as I can because it is super hot and not that pleasant to be outside. And I do find just a lot of peace and tranquility in nature. An audiobook that I listened to called Rest is Resistance by Trisha Hersey was a good recap of a lot of my thoughts about how the culture that we live in really doesn't want us to rest, and how rest is your birthright, and tapping into that and not feeling guilty about taking a pause when you need it. You are your greatest asset at the end of the day, and I do think it's just critically important that we really be more mindful about how we take care of ourselves. Another thing that I'm focusing on during this break is doing proper physical therapy and rehab for an injury that I had back in January. I broke my tailbone snowboarding, and I know that's an injury that takes a long time to heal, but you know, I was 4 months out and still just feeling a lot of pain when I would move from sitting to standing, and really just was not prioritizing getting that looked at by a professional. I went to my first physical therapy session last week, and while the session was painful, I will say that I feel significant relief already, and I am so excited about that. So excited that I was able to sit on this flight from Houston to Vancouver for 4.5 hours with significantly less discomfort than what I have felt for the majority of this year. But the fact that it took me this long to get this addressed, like I really had to have the mental space to like think about this and put it at the top of my list, I think is also very telling about my relationship with other things that are going on in my life and how I prioritize things. So don't be like me. If you are having any sort of like medical issue and you don't feel great about the path to resolution or feeling better, make that a priority. Your body is like, you only get one, so take care of it as best as you can. Just putting that at the top of my list of what I should be doing with this time, I think has been a big benefit. And that kind of links into some other things that I've been wanting to spend my time on outside of work, like getting back into gymnastics. It's something I've been wanting to do for, I don't know, probably close to a year at this point. But after I had this tailbone injury, I just could not imagine how I would ever get to a spot to where I felt comfortable enough taking that risk with my body. But I think I'm on the path now, so hopefully I will get that started here really soon. But I think I see a seal in the water, so I'm gonna wrap this video up and try to capture some footage of that. Yeah, just wanted to share my thoughts on what I'm trying to focus on, really more than anything, like not overdoing it, not stressing about what the next big picture plan is gonna look like for me. I think it will come together organically, and I'm really taking it one day at a time and just continuing to enjoy this break before I report to my next job at the end of July. If you are in a similar place, I want you to drop your comments down below around how you are thinking about, one, either reevaluating your relationship with work, your relationship with rest, if you do have a master plan about how you're going to be revisiting the way that you are making money. Share your thoughts if you feel comfortable doing so. I think this could be a good learning space to share ideas with like-minded individuals. That is about it, and hope you have a great day.